everybody. Welcome back to Your Princess is Problematic.
Is that the way you're going to do that?
Why wouldn't I do it like that?
It's perfect. Keep going. You're doing great.
You don't want the Queen of England to greet our guests?
You got to put out the fancy china.
No. Hi. What's up? What's up, sluts? Is that better?
We can't say that. Well, we were just going to tell them we're going to try to swear less.
I went all prim and proper and you didn't like it, so.
To be fair, I don't think slut is officially recognized as a swear word.
Let's stop saying the word slut.
Everybody's a feminist now, and you can be a slut, and that's okay.
That's true.
All right. What's up, nerds? It's Your Princess is Problematic, the podcast that you listen to and we record.
And Nikki dies.
We're 30-some episodes in, and we definitely know how to do this.
Yep.
So that is Nikki.
Yep, that's me. Hi, that's Jessica over there.
Yeah.
And I'm Thomas.
That's Thomas.
That's Thomas.
Hello.
Thomas.
Welcome, everyone.
Yeah.
Both new and old listeners alike. That's maybe presumptuous of me assuming we'll have new listeners, but
young and old listeners.
You know what? It is presumptuous of you to assume that people actually listen to our podcast.
how dare I?
Indeed, actually, at this point. Have you told a friend yet?
I'm so conceited. So this week we are here talking about a princess movie.
2 princess movies in a row? What?
Unprecedented.
Unprecedented.
It's almost like our podcast is titled Your Princess is Problematic.
It's true.
And we should talk about princesses a little more often.
Maybe a little more. Okay, so y'all, we might have had a come to Jesus moment with the podcast.
We did.
So we had a crew meeting.
Super official.
We had a relationship discussion meeting.
Yeah, we got an intergroup text. Thomas goes, I think that we should sit down and talk about the podcast, and I can't remember exactly how and the future of the podcast. And I was like, are you breaking up with me? And the answer is kind of. We are breaking up with you guys on a bi-weekly basis.
Yep.
We've decided to, instead of recording an episode every week, to dial it down a notch, to bring it back a bit. Yep. And
we're really going back to our roots, honestly.
Because we were bi-weekly for the first
not even for the first 2, for like not even a month and a half.
Were we?
Yeah, we were bi-weekly. I think for like the first 2 episodes.
Oh yeah, because then Thomas accidentally paid for the
and we were like, well, we might as well record it now.
We decided that we think that we need to concentrate. We need to focus more on growing our audience.
Yeah, because we love all 50 of you that listen to this podcast. We love you so much.
So dearly.
I think it's like 64.
You're the ride or dies, and we'll love you forever.
At least like 30 of you are people that we don't actually know.
Probably, yeah.
Yes, 30 of you are not my mom or Nikki's mom or dad.
Or Aunt Lynn's.
Or Aunt Lynn's of various origins.
Right.
Yep.
So, we really just want to get a few more listeners in before we keep.
It's a lot of work doing a weekly podcast.
It really is a lot of work doing a
weekly podcast. Also, it's cold, and I don't like leaving my house. And I have to leave my house to do this.
She does.
Yeah.
To be fair, we've offered to her that we could do this on Skype since day one.
It's just not the same energy, you guys.
It's not.
It just doesn't bring the same vibe to the table.
Mm-hmm.
Also, one of the other things that we discussed in this meeting is that
which has been brought up to us several times.
It has, yeah, and it was brought up to us when we first started recording, but we were so determined to not
let them bring us down.
We didn't want the man to bring us down.
Yeah.
We're young, and we should be able to swear,
hip.
gee dang it, and
look at that first edited one. You're doing such a good job. Yep.
I'm proud of myself.
Yes. This is our formal announcement to tell all of you parents that...
Okay.
Oh, okay. No, Jessica's got it. I'm sorry.
We don't want to make promises that we can't keep.
That's true.
Yes.
I'm not going to say that we will never swear on this podcast anymore.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say that we have been, and will continue to try to dial it back a bit. so that you could potentially listen to us with your kids screaming in the background as they play, or at work if you're one of those people who listens to a podcast at work without headphones. Why do you do that? But okay.
Why do you do that? You should come and tell us.
Although, you know what? Go ahead and listen to that podcast at work without headphones. Get your fellow coworkers listening to our podcast.
Yeah, when they come over to ask you what you're annoying them with, you can tell that it's us. So.
Yeah, we'll be the annoying things to them.
Yeah, they'll be like, whoa, that girl's laugh is obnoxious.
That's me.
And also me. And
I'm
also Thomas.
He laughs sometimes. Ready? Is that
Let's do it.
I think that's it. Yeah. Is that it?
Yeah, so if you want us to go back to weekly, guys.
Tell your fucking friends. Oh, God dang it.
Reach that. I apologize for the first bleep of the day. We now had to put the E on this episode.
Oh, I gotta learn how to bleep shit. Oh, God dang it. I did
Jessica Eloise Gauthier.
This is going very well.
Like we said, we're not gonna promise not to swear.
I can't guarantee.
We're just gonna
I will just
try to swear less.
Smack Jessica in the face.
You'll just never hear me speak again if we do that.
She's spit water all over herself, you guys.
I'm just covered in water right now.
Perfect.
Very uncomfortable. All right. So this week we're talking about The Princess and the Frog. Nikki drew up a lovely...
She drew pictographs for us.
It's like we're playing Pictionary. I love it.
It's a really bad frog. I didn't like... It was before Naveen turned into a frog.
Were you trying to do like you put the pen down and you do the whole thing without picking up your pen?
It does kind of look like it could be that.
I was just trying to do it without looking at a reference of a frog at all. And it was before Naveen turns into a frog. And when he turned into a frog, I was like, oh, no, I was not looking.
It's cute.
Yeah. So The Princess and the Frog.
Yeah.
Princess and the Frog.
Did we say that already?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Welcome back to The Princess and the Frog episode.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. That was our sponsor.
Where'd you go?
Why did you leave us? This is why we're recording bi-weekly. It's because you keep walking out. Stop it.
We are the podcast that Jessica's listening to when she's running around the house doing laundry and just has something playing on the TV in the background.
That's absolutely true.
Yeah, we're not that podcast. We are sit and listen.
Yeah.
Laugh.
Yeah.
Enjoy yourselves.
You have to be. Are you sitting?
All right. Let's talk about the episode.
Okay.
I'm going to talk about the movie. Let's go.
Okay.
You better be sitting.
I'm sitting.
Okay. Great. So this movie came out in December of 2009. Doesn't it seem like it came out later than that?
Oh yeah, way later. It still seems like a new movie to me.
It does to me
but
too.
It's an 11-year-old movie now.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
It was.
I always thought it was a super old movie.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah. Well, I didn't see this movie when it came out.
Oh.
So I guess I thought it was older.
Has Thomas explained before, has he said that a lot of his Disney first-time viewings were when we were dating and I went to take him to Disney World for the very first time and I was like, well, you need to know every single Disney movie before we go. And so I made him watch all the princess movies and like 101 Dalmatians, Lady in the Tramp, like the ones that...
The important ones.
The important ones. And so a lot of them he was just blasted with by me when we first dated and then not again until we had children and he was forced to watch them.
Yeah.
For the most part.
I think
outside of the ones he knew.
I don't think we explicitly said that, but he did. It's come up in his history with the movies, so I think a lot of people have gathered. But it is good to get a blanket statement out there.
Your wife waterboarded you with Disney.
She blasted Disney all over your face.
Walter boarded me. Walt Disney.
Wow. I was thinking so hard about what that was.
I knew exactly what it was. Oh,
okay.
God.
Go.
So, yes, this was the last 2D princess movie.
Yep.
Last hand-drawn?
Yep.
And all that? Did they hand-draw it, or was it...
Yeah, in fact, this was the first hand-drawn movie since 2004 for Disney.
Wow.
Yeah. 5 years was all CGI.
Yeah, why did they do that?
I don't know.
What was the 2004? What was 2004?
I don't know.
Okay. So we had like hand-drawn, and then we went to CG, and then we came back to hand-drawn, and then we went back to CG again, right?
Yeah.
Because Tangled was after this.
Yeah. And from here on
No,
out, it's all
Married-
been 3D.
Brave next?
I think
I'm pretty sure
actually
Tangled came out before Brave.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, because Rapunzel is at Merida's coronation ceremony.
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah. Merida was
Use that
inducted
Disney
afterwards.
reference.
Aww.
Yeah.
It's almost like you were forced to watch the parade happen.
We watched
over and over and
Elena's
over again.
induction to or coronation ceremony
How
today.
cute.
You did?
Yeah, we did.
Oh.
Yeah, Evie really enjoyed that. We're off track again. Back
We
to where
are.
we were.
So-
We're really good at staying on track.
It's okay. So,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. We're doing this part. Cool.
Tell me about your history with this movie.
I saw this in the movie theater. I did see this in the movie with Julie because I remember Julie making like a big deal about the fact that it's the last. They haven't done a hand-drawn anything in so long. We have to go see it. And I was like, okay. So we went to go see it. I remember liking it at the movie and thinking it was okay. When it came out on video, I had been at Family Video. I'd been working at Family Video.
Okay.
And so I saw, and I was excited for it to be in the store. And me and my friend Jackie, who works with me at Family Video, she played this movie all the time, because she likes the Neo song that plays at the end so much. And she would play the DVD, and then she would play like the music video that was on the DVD of that song as well. So that Neo song, she's the best thing I ever knew I needed, in my head all the time after this came out. But I didn't really watch it much outside of like having it on at work, and I never like went out of my way to really watch it again. I remember just thinking it was okay, not really caring a whole bunch, which makes me feel kind of bad. But but I was also older when it came out, so by that point I didn't care. I didn't have kids yet, so I didn't care about the princesses anymore, really. So it was just okay for me.
I wonder what Neo's up to nowadays.
I wonder what Neo is up to. Do you know what Neo is, Thomas?
No, I don't.
Okay.
You don't know
No
what a
idea
Neo
what
is?
Neo
That's
is.
fine.
The only Neo I know is the one from The Matrix.
I knew you were going to say that. Thomas brings up any excuse to bring up the Matrix.
Matrix was a very significant part of my formative years.
Tiamas.
Yes.
Tell me about your extensive history with this movie.
I did not even know that this movie came out when it came out. I didn't know it existed. I didn't know who Tiana was. I didn't know. Then I did our whole Disney dump with Nikki.
A Disney dump.
Yeah.
And then we met her at Disney World and didn't understand
We met her at Disney World, and she kept... This makes me think that I didn't actually watch Tiana before we went to Disney World, because when we met Tiana at Disney World, she kept talking about frogs. And I didn't understand why she was talking about frogs so much. And I feel like because frogs are such a big part of the movie, that if I had seen the movie, I would know what she was talking about.
That would make sense.
So I feel like I hadn't seen the movie until after we got back from
It
Disney.
would make sense because I didn't ever own this movie. I've never owned this movie. Like, the only reason we have it is because of Disney Plus now.
Yeah.
So it would make sense that maybe we didn't watch it before we went, because I particularly didn't really care about her. So I probably was like, eh.
Yeah. So this this was not part of the Disney dump. It's Jessica.
Yes, Thomas.
What's your history with this movie?
Thank you for that unprompted question. I did not see this movie in the theater, but I was aware of its existence when it came out.
See, that's one up on me.
Well, you would have been friends.
Yeah, now who's the Disney elitist? It's me. I was aware of this movie.
I was going to say, you and Julie would have been friends when it came out, or maybe you were just meeting each other.
2009 was definitely like a time when I didn't have like friends that I wanted to go like see movies with it. Like I didn't have close friends at that point. That was kind of when I was like phasing out my old high school friends, or they were phasing me out, or whatever. And
high school is the best.
And I was like probably just getting to know Julie. And it actually took me a long time to see this, because I didn't hear much about it after it came out, and so I kind of assumed it was a flop.
Right.
And I was like, well, if it's not that popular, I'm not in any like hurry to see it.
Right.
And I've got
forever.
Now that I'm an adult, I've got more important things to watch than kids' movies.
That's true.
So it took me a while to see it. It was a couple of years. Like, it had been out for a while. And I think I finally saw it. Did I finally see it because it came out on Netflix?
That would be really recent then, because it like just went out on Netflix. It was fairly recent. Wow. It was like maybe a year or two ago.
Within like a year or two.
I think it's been like 2 years, and I think I watched it like as soon as it came out on Netflix. And
I was so excited when it was on Netflix.
Yeah.
I was excited to see that it was there.
I was excited because I was like, oh, cool. Well, I've been wanting to, like, check it out, but I didn't want to, like...
Pay for it.
Exactly. Like, buy a DVD of it if I don't know if I'm going to like it. And
right.
Movie rental's no longer a thing. So,
Right.
So yeah, I watched it when it came out on Netflix, and I really liked it. And I didn't understand why, like, everybody was sleeping on this fucking movie. Like, it's not perfect.
Right.
But I really liked it. Like, the animation's beautiful. The music is awesome. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought it was
I definitely would give it a better than Frozen rating.
Yeah, me too.
I feel like it was... I feel bad saying it was kind of forgettable for me when I saw it. I remember thinking it was really pretty, but I couldn't have told you what any of the music was when I left the theater or anything.
I will say the first time I watched it, I was like, oh yeah, that was okay.
Yeah.
And then I like turned it on for background noise again one day, and I was like, no, you know what? I actually like this.
Yeah.
Like I underrated it the first time.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Evelyn really likes Tiana. She's liked Tiana for a really long time. I don't remember, maybe when it came out on Netflix, or she borrowed it from Julie or my mom, and she really, really liked this movie for a really long time.
Oh, yeah, we borrowed it from Julie. Then we gave it back, and then
it came out on
she
Netflix.
kept asking about it, and then I think she kind of forgot about it, and then it came out on Netflix, so she could watch it whenever she wanted. So,
but she's always been like, of her figurines, like she's always really liked her Tiana dress. And when I would ask her like which dress do you like, she usually would say like the Tiana dress for a really long time. And then we actually went to like a princess breakfast last year from.
Oh yeah.
And Tiana wasn't there, but Charlotte was there, and Evie thought it was the coolest thing in the world that Charlotte was there, and the girl that played Charlotte was really ecstatic that Evie knew who she was. She goes, people don't usually even know who I am.
Cool.
I just wanted to add that in.
Thanks. So I've got some factoids.
Oh,
for you.
factoids!
Oh, lovely.
I'm gonna take a drink of my water while
I texted Jessica a couple of questions about this movie whilst I was watching it, so I'm curious to see what answers she found on those.
As I told, Thomas asked me 2 questions specifically, and as I told Thomas earlier, I was able to get a definitive answer to one of them.
Did you saw the questions?
I saw your questions. Yeah.
And guess which one was more complicated to answer?
Probably the first one.
That's true.
Yeah.
But for now, our facts are. We've got a couple fun facts about Tiana.
Okay.
She is, as you could probably guess and assume, she is the first Disney princess to have a paying job.
Oh.
Mulan is technically like a soldier, and so in that way she works, but Tiana is
but she was conscripted, so was she paid?
No, she wasn't paid, so Tiana is the first person to get paid.
She also wasn't
for
a real
her
person,
labor.
so.
Yeah.
More on a Mulan episode coming at you in a few weeks.
She is also one of the only princesses to be left-handed.
She was left-handed?
Yes. Anika Nani Rose, the woman who voiced her, is left-handed, and she was like, wouldn't it be cute if she was left-handed like me? And they were like, you're right, that would be cute. So they made her left-handed. She, Mulan, and Elsa are left-handed. Rapunzel is ambidextrous, but she uses her left hand more.
I liked that fact.
Interesting.
I'm disappointed that Elsa is left-handed with me.
You like Elsa now, don't you?
I don't know how to answer that question without my brain.
Yeah, she's left-handed just like you. That means you like her.
Well, you're okay. You liked her in Frozen too.
I guess so. I guess we're fine now.
I guess we're
not. They're not fighting anymore.
It's on again, off again.
Yeah.
It's on again.
On again. And all off again. That's good. I just barely bleeped myself. But I did it. And I'm giving myself a raise. All right.
We'll give you a 10% raise.
Thanks, Thomas.
10% of nothing is nothing.
Exactly. I'm sure you'll be shocked by this, but they originally wanted Beyonce to play Tiana.
No way. No.
But
let's just
she refused to even audition.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They were saving Beyonce for a line.
Instead, she decided to throw her eggs in the live-action Lion King basket. And that's a choice that she made, and that's fine.
The girl that plays her in the movie, though, is the other girl from Dreamgirls. It's not Jennifer Hudson and not Beyonce, right?
Correct. I think Jennifer Hudson did audition, but yes, it is the other. It was the third girl from Dreamgirls.
The really skinny one. It's like Effie or
Anika Nani Rose.
Oh, okay.
She's cute. She's cute. I love her voice. Yeah. Especially in this movie, because we don't really get to hear her in Dreamgirls.
Right.
This movie was nominated for 2 Academy Awards.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. Best Animated Picture. It lost to Up.
Fair. They're 2 very different
films.
Very different films.
And
this came out
Best Original Song, I think. And my last pre-movie fun fact, I've worked in the other ones kind of, well, sort of, as well as I could into the timeline. In 2009, after the movie came out, about 50 kids were admitted to the hospital for kissing frogs.
That's funny.
Mostly girls under the year of 10, or under the age of 10.
That's cute.
Yeah. It's called learning things the hard way.
Can kissing a frog hurt you?
I mean, if they're poisonous.
Are frogs poisonous?
There are venomous frogs, yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Depends on where in the country they live.
Huh. The more you know.
So when, like, fish and birds try to ingest them.
Huh.
That's what keeps them from getting eaten.
Oh.
Yeah.
I should turn on National Geographic more often.
Yeah.
It's on Disney Plus now.
On Disney Plus. Sort of. We haven't really figured out how to access it.
We don't know how that works, yeah. So, are we ready?
I'm ready.
Did I forget any questions?
No.
Because I always forget questions.
No.
Okay, great. So, we open on story time in Charlotte's house. And Oprah is reading them a story.
Yes, Oprah is.
Is Oprah the mom?
Oprah is the mom.
Oh.
The mom.
Terrence Howard is the dad.
Huh.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know that either.
Who's Terrence Howard?
He was
he is the original Rhodey
in Iron Man. Yeah.
Iron Man 1. He's the black guy in Iron Man 1.
And then they replaced him with another black man, and they were like, nobody will notice, right? And we definitely did, but we just didn't say anything.
That'll be coming up in our second, we didn't mention our new schedule.
Our schedule.
We'll mention it at the end.
Yeah. We'll leave you something at the end. Now you have to listen to the whole thing.
Yeah, you gotta listen to the whole thing to figure out what we're going to talk about in 2 weeks.
You want to try that
again? Nope.
Nope. Perfect. Got it in one.
What I really enjoy about the first act, I really like that we are set up to believe that Charlotte is a princess right off the bat. I like that we're set up to think like she's a princess, and I don't know what I thought the first time I saw this. I think I thought that Eudora was her, like, nanny, or, like, Tiana just came with her to work kind of thing. That's what my impression was when I saw this the first time, I think.
No, I never really got the impression that Charlotte was a princess. I thought she was just a rich guy's
girly
daughter.
Girl, yeah.
It's very quickly discovered that she's definitely not a princess, but I like that you drop in with, like, a princess. Like, that was my first thought. Oh. You don't think so?
Yeah, like, before they really get into the scene.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could see that, yeah.
You know what I mean? That was like my super first impression.
Yeah, I like that. I don't know. I like the dynamic between Charlotte and
Tiana.
Yeah. For the most part. I mean, we can get into that later because that's probably going to
for sure
encompass some other discussions, but yeah, I think for the most part I like their relationship.
Yeah, it could easily have fallen into a sort of a problematic relationship, but I think they do a pretty good job of keeping it like, they're actually friends.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Yeah. It's not like, oh, this is the rich girl's token poor friend or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And yeah.
Do you want to mention your question or not yet?
Yeah. Go for it. Let's talk about let's
this is when
do you want to talk about it now?
Let's ask your first question now. Yeah.
Okay. So as I was watching the beginning of this movie.
Is this when you were
this is when he texted you.
Okay.
It was like right after the scene when we go to Tiana's house.
We were like taking the train home and stuff.
Yeah. So
or the trolley.
I wanted to know how this movie was received, specifically to African American people, and if I'm not sure if I should see this as like a weird, like, I'm not sure what racism colored tinted glasses I should be viewing this movie through.
Yes. Such a good question.
Yes.
So the answer that I found for you was nothing.
Oh, so it snuck under the radar, huh?
It's weird because, okay, so I Googled, and I'm super glad to have it in my history, but I Googled, like, is Princess and the Frog racist? A couple other, like how do black people...
How do black people?
Yep. There's your white privilege right there. Always for to be read. It's fine though. We should be allowed to just openly talk about this, guys. We are open people. We just want to know.
And here's yeah. So I'm gonna preface this by saying it's something that, like, I feel like it should be discussed, maybe.
Right.
Not necessarily by me.
Us.
Yeah, it's like I don't want to ignore it. I
definitely don't feel qualified to make a judgment
exactly,
on it.
Yeah.
But I'm just wondering, like, I don't want to be insensitive about it.
Right. So if you have seen this movie and you do feel like it's like, yeah, it's bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to judge this movie based on that, because I, as a white person, I have absolutely no
frame of
leg to stand on.
Or,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I just don't know. So I felt like an article, all the stuff that I found that was written like articles and stuff that were, or blog posts or stuff, they were all released before the movie was released.
Okay.
And so it was all just speculation based on the trailer. And so it was not concrete, and they didn't have, like, the full story. And half of them thought Naveen was white, which I was not under that impression. I'm under the impression that he is of some...
I assume that Moldova was in Africa somewhere.
I mean, I don't think he's African, but I think that he's either of mixed race.
Like Hispanic.
Yeah, I mean, he's not white. He's not Caucasian. So most of the stuff was not accurate, and so I didn't feel like I could use that as a basis for an argument. So I was just like, maybe there's just no answer.
Okay.
Or, like, no...
I would assume that at this point in Disney's process of making movies that they were very, very, very careful with what they were releasing and who they were targeting and who was technical advisors on their staff.
Disney has a very long history of being racially insensitive with their movies.
So I will say, in my opinion, for what little it's worth, I think that there are moments where I'm like, okay, it's really convenient that Charlotte is, like, just clueless enough to not, like, really get the struggles that Tiana's going through, and that she's, like, just nice enough that you know, that...
And also, it's hard to tell when this movie is set, like...
It is in the 1920s. I was
going to say we're in the...
Which would not have been a particularly...
So we're in the height of segregation and racism and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, for that time, I would say that Charlotte and her dad are actually fairly, like, open-minded and...
Very progressive for the time.
Very progressive.
Yeah.
Because, I mean... Even the people who supported, you know, black people and that kind of thing, I don't think they felt like they had the freedom to just do whatever and, like, you know, they had to be reserved. So I think that it was portrayed fairly well.
Okay.
I didn't feel yucky or anything. Like
no, not at all.
I didn't feel like, ugh, racism. Ugh.
And
while I was watching it, I was just curious, like, because I am a middle-class white dude.
Right.
I was just curious if there was just something that I was missing.
Right.
Because I don't have that frame of reference.
Mm-hmm.
But it seemed fine-ish for me.
Right. And
it seemed fine for a Disney movie.
Right. And it didn't feel to me like they were sweeping anything under the rug necessarily. They weren't like blatantly addressing it, but also, I mean, the white bankers do just come out and say a woman in your position or of your, what did they say? I can't remember the exact quote, but of your background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, is not going to be able to do this.
Right.
So it's not like they were acting like all the white people were super like cool and not assholes. I mean, they were friendly to her.
You know what's funny is like when that line is said to her, I don't even think about it as a race thing. I thought about it as the fact that she's poor.
It was a gender thing and
a woman. Yeah.
Yeah. And
that's all that I thought. I didn't even think about
the race thing. I figured it was all three.
Yeah.
No, I didn't even think about the race thing. I just thought about the fact that she's poor and that she's a woman. And the race thing wasn't even, like you just now saying, I'm like, oh yeah, I guess it is a race thing.
So they sort of address it, but but it's not the primary focus of the movie, and I think that's, it's a children's movie, so it probably shouldn't be.
Especially once they get turned into frogs, it kind of becomes irrelevant.
Mm-hmm. I also think it was good that they didn't like make it the focus of the movie because this is the first the first Black princess, and I think it would have been like a slap in the face to little girls watching this going like, why are all the other princess movies about them becoming a princess and this movie is about
racism,
why Black people, why exactly like there are other movies for that. This is I like that it follows your general princess formula. I think that's exactly how it should have been done. She should have the same exact princess movie that all the white princesses got.
Right, exactly.
So, and I really like I think the friendship between Charlotte and Tiana seems really genuine, the way they did it.
Mm-hmm.
I like their friendship a lot, actually.
Like, they both support the way they decide to try to achieve their dreams. Like, Tiana is never, like, resentful of Charlotte for being in her position and deciding to just wish and hope that something good happens to you.
Yeah.
And, you know, Charlotte's never like, why are you working so hard? She's just like, I'm hiring you for a job. Here's my contribution. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
So, so Charlotte and Tiana. That's their first scene.
Yep. And then we see
45 minutes in. We haven't got past the first scene yet.
I feel really bad for this poor cat, by the way. How uncomfortable are you watching this poor cat get abused and just... Shayna and I used to be rough with their cat when we were little.
Most children are rough
I feel
with cats.
so bad. Now that I'm older, I'm like, oh, poor cat.
Tail pulling is a big thing. Yeah, like dangling them from their tails is a big thing.
I'm so mean to cats. We can't anymore.
We're sorry, cats. Collectively, as a society, we're sorry, cats.
So then we go home.
Yes, Tiana and her dad and mom.
I love that her dad tells her, like, yes, you can wish all you want to, but you actually need to do the things to take the steps for the thing to happen. And I'm like, yes!
I know. I was like, remember when we were watching Aladdin and we were like, what are you going to do about it, though?
Exactly.
Like, one day we're going to live in a palace. Okay, how? What's your game plan, bud? So I was like, yes, thank you for finally addressing it. Yeah, the star only takes you part of the way is, like, the most important
But this is, like, I feel like they took this and it becomes part of the story later on. They took it in the opposite direction.
They did kind of, imply, like...
She's, like, working for the sake of working.
Yeah.
And, like, not actually, like, taking the steps to, like, go to her goal. Like, that's what Mama Odie's song is about. Is that you can work all you want, but you have to be brave enough to step outside your box to actually fulfill your dreams.
I feel like Mama Odie's song is, like, super vague about Tiana.
I also have a note about that. It's vague on
purpose.
Yeah. I think it was that she was, like, hyper-focused on her goal that she didn't realize that she can have more than one.
Right.
And, like, include other people and other... But yeah, we'll get into the vagueness of Mama Odie later.
Yeah.
So I got major I don't know why during this scene, like watching Tiana and her dad interact, made me a little verklempt.
Super. Yeah. The baby girl and daddy stuff totally gets me. Probably because I was a baby girl and I was my daddy's girl for sure when I was little. And you don't get a lot of touching, sweet daddy-daughter moments in Disney movies. I feel like when it's a dad and a daughter that a lot of
you either get your dad destroying your grotto.
Exactly. Or your dad forcing you to marry. Dad's dead. Dad's forcing you to marry Prince what's his name? Like,
or dad doesn't want you to talk to boys at all.
Right. Yeah. So it's rare that you have like supportive dad stuff.
God, Dad. I say looking directly at Thomas.
Right.
Screw you.
Not your dad.
Let me live my life. I'm not a child. Right. So then we see Tiana
hustling.
Yeah.
Hustling hard.
Making that paper.
Getting that super heavy, like, drawer with all those coins.
Seriously.
If we put that many coins in one of our dresser drawers, that drawer will be broken.
That's because we have shitty.
We get shitty. We have shitty IKEA.
Nope. I'm trying not to say shitty.
Oh.
That's because we have really crappy drawers.
Okay, I was going to say, I could just make the noise while you're saying it.
That's the new system. You have to point someone out to be ready to be your beeper. So when she's hustling and she's working and her friends, I have two strong feelings about this scene. The first feeling is when they're inviting her out and she's like, no, I can't, I gotta work. And I'm like, that's my life. I feel like a lot of my friends don't invite me out anymore, ever, because like, well, we already know you're gonna be working on the weekend. And I'm like,
or because of kids.
Or kids. But even so, it's also like, if you also ask me, I can plan ahead to make it so that I am available. And I just want to be asked. And so, but on the other side of things, it's like they are so not mean to her, but giving her such a hard time about her trying to reach a goal and do something also. I don't know. Like,
and the chef is like, you're never going to be able to buy that building, whatever.
Oh, yeah, I know. He was a straight up dick about it, but yeah.
This scene makes me want some beignets.
Have you ever had a beignet?
I've never had a beignet. I've never been to New Orleans before.
I was just going to ask you, have either of you been to New Orleans?
I have been to New Orleans, yes.
Nice.
I went on a church mission trip right after Hurricane Katrina to help with the relief efforts.
Okay.
And one of the days we were there, we took a trip to New Orleans.
Oh, nice.
And we had lunch somewhere and had beignets.
I have also been to New Orleans.
Yeah.
Are beignets like toaster strudels? Because in my head, that's what
they're basically like, donuts.
Yeah, they're basically
just big donuts with powdered sugar on them.
Are they filled or are they?
Yeah,
are they warm?
I think the one that I had.
I think they can be filled.
Yeah, they can be filled. When one of the times that my dad and Deb were down in Florida, they were like on the Floribama line, and the drive to New Orleans was not that bad. So we just took like a weekend.
Oh, yeah.
And drove over there and just like spent an overnight. And we did beignets at the Café du Monde, which is like the most famous place to get beignets from.
Oh. I knew it because when you said it, my phone vibrated.
I had the most quality beignets.
That's good.
And they were pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll give them that. They were pretty good.
Yeah. They're just like, imagine like a really fluffy donut. Mm-hmm. So the song at the beginning, what's it called?
Down in New Orleans.
Down in New Orleans. Mm-hmm. Where Naveen is getting off the boat and going and exploring New Orleans. Mm-hmm. It's right when he's on the top of the gangway and getting off the boat. And he like, right when they first show him. And he's like wearing his like Prince uniform. Mm-hmm. And then it's apparently a tearaway. Apparently it's a tearaway Prince uniform. Mm. And not only that, but he also has a full outfit with vest and tie under it.
Yes.
And he can just go out and explore. Yeah.
Obviously. Like, don't you?
That's not what I thought you were going to say about it.
It was ridiculous, I thought.
Evie calls this song the Prince Naveen song. She thinks Prince Naveen sings it. I'm like, he doesn't sing it, baby.
No, he doesn't, but that's cute anyway.
Yeah.
The girls that flock to him at the bottom of the gangplank are caricatures of women who all work in the Disney studios at that time.
Cute.
Just a little fun fact. Yeah, at that point we uncover that he's cut off from his family funds.
Yeah, because he's dancing with the jazz band and he is going to try to buy everybody a drink, and then what's his face is like, with what money?
Isn't that Lawrence?
Yeah.
Yeah. We established that he's going to the Charlotte's masquerade party tonight to meet her because she is a rich.
So he can get, because she's rich. Yeah.
We are.
Yes,
Naveen arrives, then we go to Tia's place. So since she was hired by Charlotte, she's got the money now to put the down payment on her.
She's got the money, the most minimum amount of money that she could possibly put on this place that needs a new roof.
Yes.
And so many things. Like,
yeah,
she not even know.
She's going to have this place just sitting there while she makes the rest of this money. And she'll have it.
Right,
so.
Yeah. With what money is she supposed to be paying the rent with while she is while she is also paying to get the place fixed up so she can actually have a restaurant in it.
Right.
Yeah. Well, we're not saying her goal is realistic, but it's
maybe
still
she's applying. Maybe she's applying for a small business loan and not just a mortgage.
Well, that could be.
It might have been different in the 1920s also. Like, you might have just bought a building.
Like, outright bought it.
Like, I bought the building.
No, because she said she was getting a down payment, not buying the building.
Okay.
And also, the realtors say that somebody offered them cash for it.
Oh.
Which implies that she was not offering them cash.
Yes.
I don't like real estate. Anyway.
Yeah.
So Almost There happens. And while it is a wonderfully beautiful, nice, belty, almost an alto belty song, I would say. Because in the range. Never happens, as you know. The song is super stupid. Because... she's not almost there. She's like got so much more to do still. She's like, I just put down a down payment is all that this song could be about because
come on, when you're that like into your goal and you've like taken a step forward, you probably get pretty excited.
It's a major step, but I feel like Almost There is just they could have picked something different to go there instead.
I think it's it's one of my favorite songs.
I like the song.
I really like the animation during the song. I like how they change animation styles.
That was one of my favorite parts. Yeah.
Yes, I do.
I thought it was interesting the way they decided to draw her during this scene because they give her muscles.
Yeah, they make her look cool.
Yeah, like they give her really
tight. And she looks fantastic.
Which I don't feel like we ever get to see a princess with muscles.
Moana has muscles.
Does she?
She's thick. I love Moana. Moana's body is like my favorite.
But like you get
Disney
to like
body.
Tiana like in this scene like has like delts and stuff.
That's true.
You know, which I think is cool.
It is cool.
Yeah, they're like willing to show like some.
But they also draw her sexy.
Yeah.
Like she's sexy and sassy in this animation.
Yeah. I like this part a lot.
I do too.
So.
It's one. Yeah.
And the premise of the song doesn't bother me.
The premise doesn't bother me. I just think they should have said something different than Almost There because she's not almost there. She's got a lot of work to do.
I took my next step.
And I'm not quite halfway there. It doesn't have a great ring.
Bought that building. I mean, I know that doesn't transpose into other things later in life when children want to sing Almost There, but now every time I'm singing like I'm almost there, I have to think about Tiana and be like, she wasn't almost there and she was singing the song too. Just saying. Anyway.
Look, turns out she was almost there because all she had to do was be a frog for a little bit.
Yes.
But also doesn't, when she is chopping carrots in this scene, doesn't Evie really like that? Like the chopping.
When she comes up behind the chef and takes over for him.
She liked this song a lot. She used to ask to watch this scene a lot. She used to like the whipped cream.
Yeah, she did. Like she has to watch Almost There a lot.
It's a fun scene.
Yeah.
She does like this scene. So then we have bad guy song after that.
Yes. Then we meet
Facilier, whose name I've never been able to remember until now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Facilier.
Yes.
The French word for easy is facile. So that's what his name is based off of.
It's also the Spanish word for easy.
Is it?
Yeah.
Really? Really? Mm-hmm. So yeah, he's people's easy way out.
I see.
Yeah, I really like their choice to cast Keith David as the villain.
He's fantastic.
He's a very iconic voice.
Yeah, he is, and he's perfect for this.
Yes, he is. I'm picturing him. And I know exactly what he does.
He's in a lot of stuff.
You will recognize him as soon as you see his face.
You go into his IMDb and he's in a lot of stuff.
Evie calls this song the bad guy song.
Yeah.
She's not wrong.
Yeah, Evie had it.
She really liked this song.
He's a good villain.
Oh, he's the bad guy in Requiem for a Dream. Oh, he's also in Armageddon. Okay, I know who he is.
Yeah, you know who he is.
He's also, for all you gamer nerds out there, he's the guy that voices the Arbiter in Halo 2.
Ah, I would not know that.
Yeah.
For a second,
I'm not a real gamer girl. I don't play Halo.
He does a lot of other voice work too.
Maybe he did a voice in World of Warcraft, and I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. I've never played World of Warcraft.
Anyway, this song is a really good villain song. The animation in the song is really, really, really cool. Yeah, I like the beat to the song. I like the boom, 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 boom.
It's a very good song.
It's a very good song.
And like that switch from him being like kind of smooth and like friendly, but like, like a mildly threatening manner, and then like that switch into like, yeah, here we go, like kind of Beetlejuicy almost.
Right.
Like.
It's very Beetlejuicy.
I'm trying to think. I think that Facilier and then Mother Gothel. I think those are the last two like good villains,
outright villains,
like good villains we've had in Disney movies.
They're the last
since these two movies.
Aside from Hans, they're the last villains at all.
Yeah.
From here on
but
out,
Hans is not a good villain.
From here on out, there's no concrete villain.
Yeah.
Huh.
There's
why.
like, I don't know. Just like in Brave, Mordu isn't really a villain.
I was gonna say
he's just a bear.
He's just a bear that's there.
Yeah.
Moana, Taka is not a villain.
There's no villain in Moana.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like they have some really fucking cool villains in Disney lore.
They do.
And
Thomas, say it again.
Say it again.
We didn't say that we weren't going to swear. We said we were going to swear less.
No, but say it again. Exactly as you said it.
She's going to bleep you. Keep all this in.
Okay. But we have some really fucking cool...
Why was it that sound?
Because I realized that I was going to be too late. So
Let me try.
But we have...
Rude.
I'm funny. Okay.
So anyway, you guys know what I'm saying.
Yes.
I feel like I miss villains. I wish they would bring back villains.
I missed a lot of things that this movie made me realize that I missed. I missed the hand-drawn animation.
Oh, yeah.
I missed the 2D. I missed the villains. I missed the... I don't know. I kind of miss that whole... I know it's cliche, but just this whole, like...
The old
generic
school,
Disney movie thing, yeah. I will say, I really like what they're doing nowadays as well, but I kind of wish that they were mixing the two styles a little more.
Yeah.
Like, do a new style movie and then throw like an old school one in once in a while as well.
Does it take way longer for them to do a hand-drawn movie than it does for them to do all that CGI?
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, it's way more work.
This movie took 4 years to do.
That's what I was wondering. I'm like, do they just not do it? Because like, it takes too long. Let's just do it on the computer.
It's way more work and it's way more expensive now. Like, CG is way cheaper now.
So crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah.
Next
Then
one.
we move on to... Gosh darn it, we can't have black women running businesses.
not her position. Not with her background.
A little lady of your background. Go bleep yourself.
Right? Seriously, though.
And this whole scene is just like heart-wrenching because like she was so amped. She was like so ready to keep putting in the work. And all of a sudden, it just, like, goes down the drain, and she literally gets, like,
yes, but
dumped on.
Yes, but no. Yes, but no. why does it have to be this specific building? I know that her dad wanted it, but also it's just like putting an offer in on a house. You don't get the offer. You have the down payment. Just go look for another place to start building your restaurant. So I don't.
Well, like I said, I think that's part of what her lesson is that she was hyper focused on fulfilling her dad's dream, her dad's specific dream rather than her own dream.
Right.
Living her life.
Exactly.
Yeah. And also, these realtors weren't wrong for turning her down.
Right.
If someone's going to offer you cash to buy a building, as opposed to someone else who is probably going to give you, like, taking a 30-year mortgage.
Right.
The realtor is going to take the cash.
Yeah.
Yeah. And honestly, they make a decent point, even though, and I'm going to say it, they said it in a really fucking shitty way.
Oh, yeah. They were super dicks. And
beep, beep,
really, they were.
But they had a fair point. If it took you this long and you worked this hard, and you've only gotten this far, it's going to take you just as long, if not longer, to complete the rest of the step, like you were saying.
Yep.
So they're not wrong. They just went about it in a really dick way.
Beep.
Right. We need to be able to talk.
Get me a soundboard.
Absolutely, I'm not getting you a soundboard.
It's fine. I'll just do it myself over here. So yes, while I see her feeling defeated and feeling bad for her in the scene, I don't at the same. I'm very like, so go get another one.
I mean, I don't know. I'm sure
that's exactly what I was thinking too. But what you're saying makes sense. Is her arc is that she's super hyper focused on that,
right? And I'm sure that if it had not worked out that way, that's exactly what she would have done,
right?
But it's like in that moment, that is what you want to. You want to be like, well,
yeah, I know.
It was kind of a dick move on their part to say, yeah, we're taking your offer. We're going to give you the papers tonight. And then show up that night when she was supposed to be signing papers and be like, oh, someone else bought it.
Yeah, that was rude.
That was kind of a dick move.
Yeah.
And be like, hey, we have somebody else on the hook for this.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So I could see kind of both ways.
So she gets the bad news. She falls and messes up her dress with like the food and the punch and stuff. And I thought this was a nice moment of their friendship because Charlotte had just been dancing with the prince. She had just gotten introduced to him, and and we know Charlotte is all about the prince. That's her dream. That's her dream. That's her goal. Yeah. And as soon as she sees that Tiana is a mess and needs a friend and needs some help, she says, "Wait right there, Prince."
Yeah.
My friend needs help.
Gotta get my girl.
Doesn't even hesitate.
Yeah.
Like,
she doesn't get mad about messing up the beignets or messing up. She doesn't get mad about making a mess at the party.
Helping girls. Yeah. Exactly.
I wish all girls were like this with other girls. I just want all of us to get along.
She doesn't even go here.
Yeah, but I really like the dress that she ends up in.
It's gorgeous, and she's only in it for 0.2 seconds. Do you know what
this movie is? This movie is 2 seconds of dress time for Tiana times 3.
It's hilarious.
Which is pretty much my rating is.
She spends the whole, 90% of the movie as a frog.
Naked.
She has 9 dress changes.
Did she really?
Wow.
She's got 2 waitress uniforms, 2 costumes for the costume party. She's got 2 wedding dresses. She's got her white dream sequence dress.
Yep. She's got the dress she wears at the end with the
restaurant. The
dress
that she wears at the end with the restaurant. And boy, I could have sworn there was another one, but I don't know.
I feel like you named 9 just now.
She wears an apron when she's a frog to cook the pumpkin gumbo.
That counts.
Swamp
nailed
gumbo.
It. Thomas nailed it.
I love the blue dress that she wears. Yeah. I think it's really pretty.
It looks really good. Yeah.
I like that it's a dropped waist also, like very 1920s.
Very flattering.
Yeah, it was really cool. We didn't talk about Charlotte when she enters the ball quick, though. I really, really enjoy.
That moment is pretty great.
Really funny. And I love Charlotte. I think
do too.
she's very funny. I like the character of her at all. I actually remember thinking I wouldn't like her character at all, and I thought that she would like stab Tiana in the back. Is what you're super led to.
And that would have been the easy way out. Like, it would have been very easy for them to do that.
Like, sabotage each other, basically.
But I think it's really nice that their friendship is actually real.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't remember what else I was going to say about that. So kissing frogs,
Blue dress.
Blue dress. That was
blue
it.
dress. We meet Naveen.
Yep. Turn into a frog.
She freaks out.
Yep. Frog Naveen.
It's weird that I think it's really weird. I'm really weirded out in general when people like have like a hyper phobia of certain creatures and bugs and stuff. Like when people flip their shit up. When people really flip out about like a big spider and people are like, oh, spiders can't, or I don't know, there's only a couple of bugs that like really, really creep me out, but for the most part, I'm like, it's just a bug or an animal. I just think it's really weird that Tiana is so like, oh, a frog, bleh. No?
I mean,
a cute little animated frog like him, he's cute.
I think it was the talking part that was freaking her out.
Yeah, it's also
But she
an
brings
animated movie, so everything is hyperbolized.
She, at the beginning of the movie, though, was grossed out by she talked about being grossed out by a frog.
She was also 6.
Also, putting your mouth on a frog is a lot different than just seeing a frog.
If I had a talking frog telling me he was going to be a prince if I kissed him, I'd probably like, all right, let's do it.
So they kiss, and boom, she's a frog.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get
the chase scene
throughout this party.
When Stella turns into a mermaid.
Stella's great. I wish she was in the movie more.
It's sad that she has like one line and that's it. I'm like, oh, I want Stella.
Yeah, we got the whole thing. Where it's like we can talk to Stella, and then we never come back to it.
Yeah.
But also, this is the scene in which we are introduced to my spirit animal, which is Octopus Man.
Octopus Man. With somehow all 8 of his appendages articulated somehow.
Octopus Man is who I aspire to be. I want to grow up to be Octopus Man.
I thought you were going to aspire to be in this movie. I already have your character.
I love that he's octo-fisting wine. I love that he's an octopus at all. And I love how salty he is about just everything that's keeping him from octo-fisting his wine. And he's great. I love him.
He is pretty awesome. I do agree. I do like him.
I
like the mermaid in the background.
I also like the mermaid, yeah.
So we meet Lewis.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And we get the jazzy version of Friend Like Me.
Yeah, basically.
It's exactly Friend Like Me. The beat even sounds like Friend Like Me with
For When I'm Human?
Yep.
I'll have to listen to that.
You'll have to hear it, and you'll hear it. And he like name drops people all over the place in the song. Like, I don't know who these people are, and I know it's probably like old jazz musicians, and that's what it is. But even so, I was like, it's like Friend Like Me when Robin Williams is name dropping everybody, and like, what little kid's gonna watch this movie and know who these jazz musicians are? None.
Yeah. So also upon meeting Lewis, I will answer Thomas's other question to me, which is, do alligators eat frogs? And the answer is yes.
Okay.
Alligators eat pretty much anything that gets in the water.
Okay.
Don't you remember that little kid that got eaten at Disney World a couple years ago?
But kids were not frogs.
Yeah, I'm just saying. They eat anything is the point.
It just seems like a frog wouldn't be worth the effort.
Like an appetizer. Yeah, no, they'll do it.
That's why frog legs are an appetizer.
Yeah. Yeah, if it would be like an appetizer to an alligator, then it's an appetizer on our menu. That's how this works. My favorite part of the When I'm Human song is the poor assaulted turtle.
Oh, yeah.
That they just harass.
Yeah.
Poor turtle.
For like
poor turtle.
a full minute.
This
yeah,
movie has a lot of animal abuse that I don't really care for.
I know. Someone help him.
I really... Have you ever seen the movie... Have you ever seen All Dogs Go to Heaven before?
Yes.
So how much does Lewis remind you of that alligator in that movie?
What? I always wondered why Lewis's design made me really uncomfortable, and that is why.
Let's make music together. Very like Audrey from Little Shop of Horrors also is in the same voice.
Yeah.
That is like the exact same character design.
I also hate that they're dancing on like an undulating flesh blob.
Yeah.
Let's make
It's like
music together,
overtly
baby.
sexual. Yeah, this whole song is about that alligator wanting to fuck that dog.
He wants to sing a song with him.
He
Get
wants
your mind
to
out of the...
fuck that dog.
In our next episode, All Dogs Go to Heaven, we make Thomas dive in on a movie he apparently has never seen.
When I was a child, I knew he wanted to fuck that dog.
Alligators don't fuck dogs, you
They
weirdo.
do if they're that alligator.
That's a thirsty alligator.
That's a thirsty alligator. That alligator fucks. All right. Yeah. So yeah, that makes sense as to why Lewis makes me a little bit uncomfortable.
Right. So there's, Nikki is all about favoring a sidekick in a movie.
Yes.
And there are 3 sidekicks in this movie.
Yes.
4 if you include Stella. My favorite sidekick is Juju. the snake.
The snake.
Mama
Yes.
Snake.
Yeah, I like Juju a lot.
I really, really want to like Lewis because he's like a big, cuddly, like very Baloo.
Is he cuddly?
He's like a big sidekick, and you don't get like a big guy ever.
Can I tell you something?
What?
I never liked Baloo either. I was not a
He's
big
kind of a
Baloo
dick.
fan. Lewis is like friendly, but he's also kind of cowardly, and
Yes.
so like I also can't really get on the Lewis train.
And really dumb.
He's cute. I like that he carries his little trumpet with his tail, and I think his mannerisms are cute. But something about Lewis, I just can't. I don't want to ride around on his belly while he sings "Let's Make Music Together" with me.
I gotta say, I've never wanted to do that to anybody, but yeah, definitely not to Lewis either. I like Ray a lot.
Do
as
you?
a sidekick? I didn't at first, but he's super genuine.
He's
and
very
I like
genuine.
that.
Yeah.
And they didn't he's he's a little dumb, but they didn't super lean into that and make that the only thing that he is, which I really like.
Yeah,
It's
that was
different
one
for
of the
Disney.
other things I was like, I don't know how I
like, oh, he's
feel
just gonna be
about
some
this
dumb
at first.
hick.
It's just there's some dumb Creole guy. And, are we going back into the racism? But he starts off this is a dumb Creole guy, but then he gets layers later on, which I liked. And I also like his jokes. I think he's funny.
Yeah, he's
funny. I like when he
He's followed
farts.
a bouncing butt.
Follow the bouncing butt is probably the most underrated line of the whole movie. I didn't know it until this watch when I watched with the subtitles on. I was like, that is amazing.
He talks about his butt a lot.
So much butt stuff.
Butt stuff is one of my favorite things to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
I will say Ray is really cute and, very genuine, very, he really cares about everybody very quickly.
Yeah.
He's just I'm here to be a good friend.
Right. And he steps up and he does whatever it takes to help them in the situation, and he never asks for anything in return.
Right.
Which,
Gina,
super nice.
When Gina had her daughter Evangelina, she named Evangelina after this movie. This movie came out in 2009 and Eva was born in 2012, 2013, somewhere in there.
Evangeline has always been one of my favorite
She
names.
had me paint Ray for her bedroom on a 3 canvas thing. And so I did Ray, looking up, and then one that had stars, and the third one was the Evangeline star. And I did glitter and glow in the dark paint and stuff on it.
Cute.
He was cute. I didn't take pictures of my work back then.
Aww,
but Gina
sad.
has a picture of it somewhere. I don't think it's up in her room anymore because
Probably not.
it was a baby thing that I
Right.
did for her. But yeah,
that's cute.
Gina really likes Ray. She's one of her
I like
favorite
the
characters.
Ma Belle Evangeline song,
Yeah,
too.
I like that song. I think it's very sweet. He's very sweet.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I really enjoy the hunter scene.
Thomas and I were laughing so hard at the hunter scene last night.
It was pretty good. I don't think it got me that good like the past watches, but
I don't
that
think
was
it's
pretty good.
ever gotten me, but him like smashing his own face.
Yeah, them all bouncing other and then just smashing each other. It's very clever and it's well done, and like you can see everything that's happening and it's funny.
Yeah. I always and we talk too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's a very well done. It's very well done. It's not just like stupid slapstick. It's funny. Like it's very funny.
And it's happening for a reason. Like not relevant to the plot, but it's something that would be happening.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
This is also when we start to see feelings starting to happen between Naveen and Tiana.
Yeah. Because he goes back for her. Yep.
Yeah.
And I think that like right after the hunter scene is the scene where they cook together.
Yeah.
For the
That's
first
where they
time.
make the swamp gumbo.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think it's really cool that they address the fact that like Naveen is recognizing that he's privileged. And that he is not necessarily like God's gift to the world just because he's privileged, that like he has things to learn and that So the cooking scene.
So this watch around, and the last couple times I've watched this, I've started to have a lot more of a love for the movie in general. Something that bothered me this time that has never bothered me before was their love story. Because I don't...
Oh, really?
I don't...
You don't buy it?
I don't buy it. I don't buy it. I feel like both of them just all of a sudden start falling in love with each other kind of out of nowhere. And I don't really know. And I know like the Princess and the Frog story is supposed to be them falling in love, but at the same time, like, would they fall in love? I don't know.
I
feel like
that his love for her is genuine. I think that he admires her for having dreams and like
I would agree
and
with
working
that.
for them.
I'd buy it less from her.
Yeah. If anything, it's her end that I would maybe say wasn't as But the same could be said for Belle and the Beast. So
okay.
I don't think this is any more. I don't buy this any less than any of the other Disney love stories.
It makes sense because we're trying to follow the same formula as we said before. Why shouldn't Tiana's formula be?
I actually buy their story more than I bought Belle and the Beast.
Yeah, I don't have a. I think that their love story is drawn out enough to make it believable. I think
it's definitely not perfect. That's for sure. But
I also don't think you can actually cook gumbo in a pumpkin.
Wait. Do the shadow people come and get him after they meet Mama Odie?
Mama Odie rescues him from the shadow people.
Okay, so let's talk about the shadow people for a second, which are the scariest freaking things in the world. Like, I think that they are scary.
The concept of that being able to happen? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Very unsettling.
Very unsettling.
It's like taking Peter Pan, like, up a notch. Yeah.
It reminds me of Ghost and, like, the creepy demons that are in Ghost that come out and take them because they're in the shadows, too. And, like, that's how they catch, like, the bad guy and stuff like that in that movie. But even, like, the groaning sounds that they gave them, it was just very well done because it, like, made me feel, like, scared and uncomfortable, you know? I did not like those.
I like that Dr. Facilier knew that he was in just as much danger from them. Like, he never acted like he really had control over them or like that he was smarter than that. He was always very much like, if this goes at all wrong, I'm effed in the A.
Right.
Yeah.
And
nice.
I saved it.
Good job.
So, I like that because that also ups the feeling of anxiety. Like, even he knows.
Oh,
this
even
is
the
bad
villain
news.
is afraid of these things.
Yeah.
And then we meet Jessica and her future self.
Yeah.
Which is Mama
Which
Odie.
one, the snake or Mama Odie?
Mama
Okay.
Odie. Living in a freaking treehouse.
That's ideal. With a giant boa constrictor. Blindly with the glass
walking
bottles.
like,
I looked at that. I was like, I actually want to live there.
Yep. Her whole
You know
aesthetic
me
is
so
you.
well.
Her whole aesthetic is you. I was like, this is Jessica when she grows up one day.
Ideal.
With her
you're
her
right.
constrictor.
She does have the giant earrings. That is my aesthetic.
And witch fingers. Did I tell you that Evie said that she likes Jessica's nails? She goes, I love Aunt Jess's nails. She has witch nails.
Yeah.
I do have claws. I gotta keep that up. I gotta keep my reputation amongst your children.
But Juju's such a good boy. Her snake is such a good snake.
I do love him.
Guiding her all over the place.
And he's just like, yeah, I'm down for whatever. Right. Turn me into a thing. I don't care.
Right. He's kinky.
Mama Odie is based on comedian Moms Mabley.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
And Yoda.
Thomas is like, I see what I do.
And a couple lines that she said, I was like, yeah, now that I know that connection, yeah, I could see where they were going with that. Yep. I thought it was very funny. Yeah, so let's get into how it's super not fair that Mama Odie basically, like, spells it out for Naveen.
Super spells it out for Naveen.
And then when she gets to Tiana, she's just like,
I noticed
it's going to be tougher for you. And that's it.
Right. Like, the song ended, and I was like, wait, so what's the answer for Tiana?
Yeah, I was listening to the song, and she, like, spends, I think, most of the song telling Naveen his thing. Yeah. And I was like, wait, we haven't talked about Tiana yet. And I think the song's almost over. What does Tiana get? Yeah. And then nothing.
And then she's like, it's going to be much harder for you. You're going to be a tough egg to crack. You're not going to get it without a ton of help.
That's it.
And that's it. I'm not going to give you any of that help.
That is it.
To be fair, if she had spelled it out for Tiana, then Tiana would have been like, oh, no, you're wrong. I don't think Tiana would have been like, revelation moment like Naveen did. She would have been like,
yeah, but instead she just goes to like think, oh, I just got to keep doing what I've been doing.
That's also wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No bueno. No bueno.
Yeah, it was kind of a weird moment.
And
I really like the song though.
I realized as we were watching this that I don't think that I've ever seen past Mama Odie. Yeah. Because I don't remember anything that happens after this point in the movie.
So it's funny you
Nothing
said that
is familiar.
I also didn't remember because I was like, I know I saw it in the movie theater, but like I said, when it would be on at work, you don't really pay attention to it.
Right.
And Evie never gets to the end to the movies. Evie never finishes
Evie doesn't finish movies.
No, so I could not have told you how this movie ended. I knew that she ended up in that green dress, and I knew she got a restaurant, and that was all I knew.
So you're all here for Thomas's first watch.
Yeah, I didn't realize that I had not actually seen Tiana wearing her dress until this watch.
Okay.
So
you're like, where the fuck does that come from? Dang it.
Say it again. Ready?
Where the f*** does that come from?
That was perfect.
Yeah.
We don't need a soundboard.
Nope, it's true. You are the soundboard. So we get back to, or we hop on the riverboat to head back because we've got until midnight to kiss Charlotte.
Is this where Naveen like makes a fancy schmancy dinner for her?
Yes.
And she's like, no one's ever done this for me before.
Yeah.
Because you've never let anybody do this for you before.
You don't hang out with people.
You don't you've never given anybody a chance to do it for you before.
Right.
Yeah, that's all. Mm-hmm. That's all I thought I'd say about that.
So we're on the riverboat. Lewis gets to play.
It's cute. I think it's cute that Lewis
like that
gets
moment
to be
for him. Like, I'm happy for him. It's just he's just not my favorite one of the sidekicks.
Yeah. So the shadow people come and they take.
Yeah, he realizes that he wants her to have her place.
Yep.
And so he gives up on proposing to her. Then the shadow people grab him. Then she and Ray assume that he's
No, they like get off the boat and they're like, "Where is he? Where did he go?"
Yeah, well, she seems to think that like he will have already that he left to find Charlotte. Right. I think is what she thinks. And so when they get to Charlotte and she's with
and we have the Little Mermaid. We have the Little Mermaid wedding scene all over again.
Yeah, he is so Ursula in that scene. He's so Vanessa.
Right. And the scene itself, even like with her leaning on him and stuff. And I'm like, it's so exactly the Little Mermaid wedding scene.
I was also getting...
And I was like, come on. Let's just steal it. That, and also, why wouldn't have Naveen told Tiana, like, oh yeah, and my assistant is walking around looking like me in my body right now?
I don't think he knew.
Yeah, because he had taken him out of the jar. He said he couldn't breathe, so I opened the jar for him.
Oh, yeah.
So he saw him as Naveen.
But then when at the party, when she's like, if you're here, then who's dancing around with Charlotte? He's like, I don't know. All I know is that one minute I'm mean, the next minute I'm a frog.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Maybe he was unconscious when they put him in the jar.
And he just saw him breathing hard and then...
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That could be.
I guess I will let that be.
I don't think that he knew that he was being doppelganged.
Regardless, he didn't know that was happening, but she knew that there is a Prince Naveen walking around.
Right.
So why did she assume that was...
Yeah, good point. Yeah.
Naveen?
Regardless, plot hole. This is the part right here. Big plot hole. Super annoying. She gets all upset and does the Disney princess thing that I hate, and I'm like, ugh, can we just do something different?
Right.
So I don't like that. And it's super unnecessary.
Yeah, pretty much from here on out, it's like, it's okay. Ending wise, it's okay.
Yep.
But not the strongest part of the movie by any means.
Also, why does Lawrence have Prince Naveen in a box right at his feet up there also? Yeah, like, why is he there?
Like, why doesn't Dr. Facilier have him?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I also, up until this watch, didn't really know what Dr. Facilier had to gain from this entire thing. Last time too.
Until like that moment where he's like, I'll run this whole city. And
right. Yeah. Like, and I was like, that's what's going on.
I guess.
Up until this point in the movie, I'm like, what is
he's going to kill?
Is that how that works?
Because what's going to happen is Charlotte is going to marry Lawrence.
Right.
And then because he had that voodoo doll of Mr. LeBeau, he was going to kill Mr. LeBeau.
Right.
So then Lawrence would be married to Charlotte, and then he would control Lawrence and thus have control of their money.
Yeah.
I see.
That made sense to me, but I never thought about it until this watch. I was like, oh, that's what's happening. Mm-hmm. Up until now, I really had no idea why.
Yeah.
I wasn't a huge fan of how Dr. Facilier was defeated. It was a cool scene, how he gets sucked into the abyss or whatever. I didn't particularly like that the heroes didn't do it, though.
I guess.
Tiana did it, though, didn't she?
She kind of did. I mean, she didn't know that's what was going to happen, but she did assert her dominance over the situation in a manner of speaking.
Yeah, I guess so.
She took control
away
from him. So in that sense, she contributed to it.
Okay.
But I see what you mean.
What happens? I feel like it was more the sidekicks did it more than
he tries to tempt her to give him back the amulet.
Oh yeah.
And she tries to break it.
Yeah.
His shadow catches it, and then I can't remember how. But she manages to get it back.
Yeah, she gets it back and smashes it.
Yeah.
So she did.
Gets it back, she smashes it, and that's what sets them loose on
Okay, so she does.
Do you think that Professor Facilier is actually
Doctor?
I thought that sounded wrong when I said it. Okay, let me try it again.
Facilier, PhD.
Okay.
He went to school for a long time.
To become an evil doctor.
Yes.
Exactly.
The doctor of evil.
I didn't go to 4 years of evil medical school to be called Mr. Evil. God, that movie's great.
It's so good.
All of those movies are great. They're making it. Okay, the third one, Beyonce ruins quite a bit of it, but I love those ones.
It was still okay.
The first two are very good.
The first two are.
Hey, you know what? Since we get to take a week off between our episodes, we can actually watch that
movies
next
we
week.
want to see. Yeah.
Like 1917.
I do want to go see that.
I do want to see it.
Do we think that Dr. Facilier?
Thank you. Do we think that Professor Dr. PhD Facilier,
Yes.
Harvey,
Dr. Harvey.
Fuck, what was his name?
I think it was Dr. Bill Pullman Harvey, PhD.
That's right.
That's
Dr. Bill Pullman Harvey, PhD.
Do we believe that he is truly a villain? Or do you think that the other side and all that stuff was really what was driving everything in this, and he actually wasn't as interested in being an evil person?
I think he was interested in the power that they were giving him.
Yes. I think that he was not evil in the sense that he, like, just wanted to mess with people. But I think that he was driven by money.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I wasn't under the sense that they were, like, manipulating him to be darker than he was. So I want him to stay alive and hang out because he's awesome. Yes.
He seems kind of cool. Also, another thought that I had during this watch is when he does approach Tiana and stuff, I wonder why he never tried to approach her sooner. Because there's no way he did not see her hustling through.
He did see her hustling.
Oh.
Like, he
was in the restaurant
a few times. She was just a blip on his radar, though. Like, she's just a waitress. He can't get any money out of her.
That's true.
Right, yeah.
That's true.
And also, I think he probably recognized, because I think that he mentioned that he's like, you're the one who, like, puts in all the work. You've worked so hard.
That's true.
And you're still coming up short.
Yeah.
If you give me the amulet back.
Yeah.
Then I can do that, I can take you the rest of the way, essentially.
Yeah. Okay.
So he probably recognized that she wouldn't have bought his his shtick anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So Facilier is destroyed, dragged to hell.
Ray dies. It's kind of sad.
Ray dies.
Yeah, that is like...
Yeah, let's talk about that for a moment.
He just, he steps right on him.
Yeah, he sure does.
Yeah.
Just good old bug crunch.
You get to hear the crunch?
I'm glad that they didn't show him crunched on the ground.
I thought, and then when Lewis comes up, they don't.
Yeah, they don't show his body.
Yeah, they just show Lewis's reaction, and so I was like, oh my god, did he just straight up destroy this bug? And then because I forgot at the end that he carries him in, and he's miraculously not a pancake or whatever. Yeah. All of his limbs are still attached to his body, and it's fine.
I'm fine until you see him in the freaking sky next to Evangeline. They're like, oh god.
It was kind of like, I like the moment. I like that moment.
Yeah.
And that's the only way that he and Evangeline could have been together. Right. So for that reason, I kind of see why they took it in that direction. But I felt like his death was kind of unnecessary, and I thought that the whole, I don't know, I thought it was a little heavy-handed.
It is very heavy.
And
it's very heavy-handed.
It kind of, they were having this victorious moment, the ending didn't turn out the way they wanted, but they were okay with it, and they were, just kind of coming to terms with the fact that they were going to be frogs forever and stuff like that. And then they have to mourn him.
Yeah.
And then we get to the funeral, and it's it's just kind of oh wow, this went down real fast.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And then the whole family everybody's wink, wink, nudge, nudge, look in the sky. For a good 20 seconds, it feels
It is true. It is a really long time. I would like to discuss how good of a friend Charlotte is at the end right here, though.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Let's just talk about how...
This is all she's ever wanted.
Yep.
And she does not even seem at all disappointed.
Mad. She's not even mad.
Kind of
she's not even
right.
Okay, I'll do it.
No.
She's just yes, I'll do it. Yep. She's so down.
Everybody needs a Charlotte. Everybody needs a Charlotte.
Absolutely.
Everybody's friendship should be freaking Charlotte and Tiana. This is what it should be. Or we should just be willing to take dives for each other.
Everybody needs to have a rich friend.
I would so love for that to happen, Thomas.
But it's not about the
money. We need more
money.
listeners.
It's not about
Somebody
the money.
be my rich friend.
Yes. Please.
My rich, super genuine friend.
Yeah.
I love it. I can give you nothing in return. I'll make you laugh sometimes, though, so there's that.
I like that when she's dancing with the young prince at the end, she's like, "Oh, I waited this long."
Do you? That's not a big oofa-doo for you.
It's super gross and creepy, but it's so cute though at the same time. Because you just know Charlotte means no harm because she's
I know, because she's just so clueless. Like
her voice reminds me of Dolly Parton in Steel Magnolias. Like that's like her character in my head. Because I looked up who she was and I'm like, I don't know her from anything. It's disappointing to me. That's all.
But yeah, that moment is like simultaneously funny and also yikes.
Yep.
Oh goodness.
And then they get the restaurant.
But then they'd be sisters. So
it's true. It's true. I like the scenes of them Naveen and Tiana running the restaurant together.
He is an employee. He has a job.
I know. So we're at the end of the movie.
We're at the end of the movie, and then we get to hear the Neo song.
So, guys.
Yes.
How have your thoughts and feelings changed? Aside from what we've already addressed, anything? Any closing statements?
I think it's very underrated for sure. Mm-hmm. I think that I didn't give it enough credit when it came out the first time. Mm-hmm. And it is really cool to have just a hardworking woman as, like, that's okay. Mm-hmm. Like, your life doesn't have to be about getting married and making babies. Mm-hmm. It can be about whatever career you want, etc. Mm-hmm. I don't think there's enough women role models for little girls that show that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Her character is awesome.
Yeah. She's really cool. She doesn't need no man until later, apparently. Well,
even then, she doesn't need him, but
yeah.
It's nice helpful to have him along. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You guys?
Tiamas? You remember it now, kind of. You've seen the end, so in that sense, your opinion's changed.
Yeah. I think it's a shame that she is probably one of the least known princesses.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because this movie is definitely better than, I would say, several other more well-known princess movies.
Right. And as far as, like, characters
and she's probably a better role model also.
Exactly. As far as, like, the female role models, as far as the women characters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Aside from, like, Mulan, I think she's probably the best one for little girls to look up to. She's got her,
stuff.
Oh, beep
together.
I thought you were like stuttering over me saying Merida. I was like, did you not want me to say her name?
No.
Yeah. So I mean, I think people need to stop sleeping on Tiana.
Yeah, exactly.
And watch this movie.
How about you?
Agreed. Every time I watch it, my appreciation for it grows. It's not a perfect movie, but no Disney movie is, and I really like it. I really like the like genuine friendship that's portrayed. Uh-huh. I like I love Tiana as a character. I like Naveen as a prince. I like that he's
good looking. He's funny.
That he recognizes his own flaws and that he's open to fixing them without being like, without having his arm twisted behind his back by her. You know,
right?
Like, and again, I agree. Stop sleeping on this movie.
Evie picked out a Tiana shirt at the Disney store this summer for her birthday. It's really cute, and it's like a minty green, and it's got Tiana on it. Every time she wears it, moms are always asking me, where did you get that? Where did you get that? We never get Tiana on stuff. Where did you get that? I'm like, Disney store, dude.
Yeah.
That's all.
Aw.
That's all cute. I think it's harder once you're an adult to fall in love with a Disney princess like you did when you were a little girl.
Right, because you just don't connect to them usually as much.
And she came out when I was just out of college, and I was probably like the same age that Tiana was, but I just nothing really connected for me.
It was a good timing though, because like once you give her a chance, you can connect with her.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, all we do is fucking work.
Right.
We know how that feels.
Yeah.
To work multiple jobs and to just barely be scraping by and like to really not.
Yeah.
Multiple jobs that we forget to clock out of.
Oof-a-doof.
So guys.
Yes.
It's time to
my God.
discuss.
Is it my favorite thing?
I don't know, is it?
Is it the 4 R's?
Yes, it is. It's time.
What did you think I was
I don't know.
Now that we've addressed the fact that we are trying to build our listenership, I'm going to tell you how. By using the 4 R's of podcasting. That is rating on whatever program.
Rating. Step 1, rate.
Whatever podcast thing you're listening on most likely has a rating system. Go ahead and use that rating system.
Just do it.
The second R is review. When you give us that rating, you'll probably get prompted to write a few words.
Yep.
Yeah.
Write a few words.
Write us some words.
Write the words podcast good. Period. Send. You're done.
That's it. You can just give us
podcast
an emoji.
good, fire bad.
Give us an eggplant emoji.
Yeah.
Give us.
I don't know if you can do emojis and reviews.
If you try hard enough,
we
if
can
you
try.
wanted to give us an emoji
Try it.
and
Try
you
it.
can't
Let us know.
put enough ones and zeros in the right order and you'll come up with an
I
eggplant.
already came up with how they can send us emojis.
Okay.
If you can't, in fact, paste emojis in there, write the emoji as you review it to us.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Just write the word eggplant.
Nice.
Right, eggplant. I'll know.
Wink.
Wink.
Winky face.
What's the next R of podcasting? Subscribe.
That's the best one.
That's everybody's favorite R is subscribe.
Yeah.
So hit that subscribe button.
Yeah.
In case you don't know how to spell that, that's S-U-S.
Subscribe.
C-R-I-B.
Subscribe.
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 Everyone
Yeah.
subscribe to my podcast.
And actually, subscribing helps you also.
Does it,
Because-
How
Thomas?
does it help you, Thomas?
Because you get notified when we drop new episodes. And a lot of apps will automatically download it for you.
That's right.
Yeah. So you
And
can
now
just
that we've
listen to
got
it
a
whenever you
completely
want.
different scheduling system, you're going to want to know when those
Yeah.
episodes come out. You're going to be like, I can't remember if it was last week or the week before.
Yeah.
So this will tell you.
Exactly.
Yep.
So yeah, hit that subscribe button.
Hit that subscribe
Yeah.
button. And then what's
Also,
the
it gives us a better idea of how many listeners we have, which is always nice.
It really would
Yeah.
be nice. All right, go on.
And then the fourth R is recommend.
Recommend.
Yes, thank you for breaking it down, Thomas.
Yes.
That's pretty self-explanatory. Find a person in your life that you think would enjoy this podcast and send them a link.
Or maybe
Yeah.
don't. Not somebody that you think will enjoy it. Just tell somebody. Anybody.
Tell some stranger on the street.
Are you on a bus listening with headphones on right now? Just be like, this podcast is hilarious. And just show them your phone and say, you got to listen to them.
Hey, unplug your headphones right now.
Yeah.
I'll give you a second. Are you doing it? Okay. Hi, guys. What's up? This is the Your Princess is Problematic podcast, and you should totes listen to us.
You
This
super
person
should.
is, and look how hot they are.
Yeah. Point to
You want to
yourself.
be super sexual like
Point
this
to yourself.
person?
Point to yourself.
Gesture to yourself.
Yeah.
Make the hourglass gesture, please.
Yeah.
This person is living their best life,
Yep.
and it's because they listen to us.
Yep.
Don't you want to be cool like that?
Yep.
You damn right you do.
You darn right
Sign
you do.
up to. Sorry, you're darn right you do. We're in public now.
Shit.
I'm sorry I said shit and damn.
And I'm sorry for
Twice.
saying it again.
Sorry for doing it again in apology format. That is not what our podcast is. It's a little bit what our podcast is like. If you like that, then subscribe to us. Okay, bye.
All right, you can put your headphones back on. They don't want to listen anymore. Put your headphones on. All right, so that's the 4 R's of podcasting. To it all.
Hey, now that your headphones are back on, I want you to look at the people that looked up and just give them a little wink. Just give them a little wink.
Maybe some finger guns.
Yes, please, finger guns from me.
Yes, finger
You can
guns.
tell him those from me.
I'd be like, that was from Jeff.
I'll be like, who? And he'll be like, don't worry about it. Wink. Yeah, so those are the 4 hours.
That's perfect.
In a nutshell.
We did it. Yep.
All right, let us.
Because only you can help us grow our audience.
Yes.
Yep. But let's get to the part of the podcast that we know is everybody's favorite part, and that is
Sign-offs.
how much we doing a fummuka.
Anytime you want to jump on this train, Thomas.
This is what improv class was like with him too. I was like, just say one thing. Don't just stand there and stare.
Do you know now why I have such high anxiety about improv classes, Thomas? Do you understand?
So what questions do you have for us?
Well, I have sort of 3 questions.
Sort of 3
All right.
questions.
I had a lot of trouble coming up with questions for this one. Because the obvious question, which is, what animal would you prefer to be turned into? We've already asked that on our Emperor's New Groove episode.
That's true.
So, we'll start with the regular Fumicas.
Okay.
Naveen, Facilier,
Okay.
and Lawrence.
Kill Lawrence, because fuck him.
Right? But
Forget
not fuck him.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
You
you want to kill him.
gotta respect the game.
You're right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
This,
okay.
Sorry, this is FMK. This is fuck, marry, kill.
Yes.
We're going to be saying it.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
part does involve
Turn it down.
the F-bomb. Sorry.
They
Should've
know.
warned
They've
you.
stopped listening by this point.
That's true. Okay.
So,
So I would kill Lawrence
Mm-hmm.
because he's useless to me.
right.
I would obviously marry. I say this every time a prince is up for marry. I always marry the prince because I'm going to become a princess. And then I'm going to see what's up with the voodoo guy. I'm not going to lie.
You got the same, because I bet he can fuck.
You think
He's a
Facilier
lover.
fucks?
I think Facilier
Right? Right? What's under that top hat?
fucks. Sorry.
Probably a dildo.
Guys, I need you to unplug your headphones again. Are you doing it? Hey, y'all. You think Facilier fucks? And that's an open discussion for everybody now. So go ahead and put your headphones back on. We're gonna coffee talk this shit. Discuss. Okay. Yeah, I think Facilier fucks. And I want to get in on that.
Yeah.
And also, I have a major crush on Naveen, so I definitely want to get into his pants.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Which I can do if I'm married.
Right.
It's my wifely duty.
It's
so I'm like
my wifely duty. He
legally
wants an
required
heir to the sun, to the throne.
The heir
To the sun. Yep. That's how that works.
I don't think anybody mentions. This is like one of the few movies where like heirs are not a thing that people are worried about.
Nope. Thomas?
Same.
Same?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No
I
comment.
think it's kind of the obvious
you think
answer.
Facilier fucks?
I think Facilier fucks, yeah.
Okay.
So, same question. Tiana, Charlotte,
Mom?
Mama Oni again.
I thought you were going to say Tiana's mom. Well, that's a good question. These are good. Okay. I feel like
I don't want to kill any of them.
I think I would want to. Okay, so part of me thinks marry Tiana because she'd work hard and she'd work hard with me.
Right.
And I'm somebody that likes to work hard, but so other part of me is like, oh, she doesn't get a lot. Like she doesn't really do a good job of thinking her thoughts through all the way.
And you work hard, but like also.
But I like to have fun and I like to take a break and stuff. And
she's
she doesn't seem to.
not, yeah.
So I'd probably kill Tiana.
Okay.
That's right. I kill her off. I think I would probably.
Hold on.
Oh wait.
Can I ask you a question before you answer? Y'all think Mama Oni fucks?
I can guarantee you, Mama Odie fucks.
Mama Odie fucks. Surreal, right? Also, the birds in that scene reminded me of my flamingo.
Yep, they did. Yep.
I was surprised you didn't bring it up. I thought it was going to come up.
Yeah.
I actually
have a question.
Yes.
Do you think Charlotte fucks?
Yes, but not very well.
I don't think she does.
Not very well.
No.
So, I'm a boob guy.
Okay.
I'm a boob guy and I'm a butt guy. I like that's me. Mm-hmm. Charlotte's got a nice. Let's be real.
She's got a nice rack.
She's got a nice rack. I don't really want to fuck Mama Odie or Charlotte or Mary, either one of them. Can I kill them all?
I mean, if you really feel that strongly about it, yeah.
None of them really do it for me.
None of them are doing it for you?
I don't want to marry any. I mean, I guess I would marry Charlotte because she has money. God, I'm really all about the money. And
you are very much.
Royalty and these
you are much like Charlotte. You just want to be a princess.
I want to be a princess. She has all those dresses that I could be able to wear. So maybe I'd marry Charlotte. Mm-hmm. I don't think I want to fuck Mama Odie, but she probably does fuck. And
out of the three of them, she is the one who most fucks.
All right, what are your answers?
All right. So, I think I would marry Tiana.
Okay.
I would... Yeah. So my original answer was that I was going to say that I was going to kill Mama Odie. Mm-hmm. And here's my reasoning.
Okay.
Because you said that she was based upon Yoda, I wanted to know what her equivalent line to "When 900 years old you reach, look as good you will not." Because she said that she's over 100 in the movie.
True.
So that was really the only reason I wanted to kill her.
Okay.
So I think I would marry Tiana, kill Charlotte, and then fuck Mama Odie.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think... Now, this is all based on one thing, and I could achieve this two ways. I could either marry Mama Odie so that I then inherit her habitat.
Whatever the fuck it is.
Because as we've established,
It
me.
You.
And I want to acquire the house, the snake, the earrings,
the pocket translator,
the fuck flamingos.
Yep.
That will sing with me.
They will.
I want all of it.
Okay.
So I could either marry her.
Okay.
And then inherit it via, like, cohabitation and...
Yeah.
Yes.
Just general inheritance.
Indeed.
Or I could...
You could usurp her.
Kill her. Yes, exactly. Could kill her, therefore take control of everything. And also, since she is part Yoda, she would probably be a Force ghost, and then I could still hang out with her. Loopholes. And if that's the case, then I would marry Charlotte and fuck Tiana. Would you rather learn to play jazz with Naveen or learn to cook with Tiana?
Cooking.
It's the most useful one, right?
Yeah. Music's dumb.
Wow. Hot takes with Thomas. All right. Well, I think usefulness-wise, cooking, but it would be fun.
Yeah.
It'd be way more fun to
I like cooking.
hang out with Naveen.
So.
The anxiety that you feel about improv class is the anxiety that I feel about jam sessions with music.
Oh, interesting.
I was invited to come jam one time with some friends, and I came with my guitar, and they're like, "Okay, just play whatever," and I was like, like a C chord, like you want me to strum? What?
Yeah,
play some Jewel. What should I do?
That idea also, I can see that being highly stressful. So, what animal would you flat out refuse to kiss in order to get your wish, especially at the risk of you becoming that thing if
Snake.
it went wrong?
A snake.
Thomas.
Because fuck snakes.
Thomas is so scared of snakes.
Why don't you love snakes like we do, Thomas?
Snakes are dumb.
Snakes are...
Whoa.
Snakes are dumb. Music's dumb.
Double hot takes.
Yikes.
Snacks are cute.
Snacks
Baby little snacks, you just boop them on the snacks.
You're gonna...
You just want to have a snake so bad.
When you get snakes, you have to like bring it over just so Thomas can see it.
I'm going to...
And just like put it in his lap.
I'm going to condition you to love snakes, Thomas.
Or we can just watch Thomas go, bull. Which is what I got to watch.
I'm gonna, every time you get like an inch closer to the snake, I'm gonna throw you a treat and do the clicker.
Good boy, Thomas. Good boy. So I'm trying to think of the grossest thing that I didn't want to put
I know
my
mine.
mouth on. Oh, what's your...
Blobfish. There is no way I'm fucking with a blobfish. I don't want to be one. I don't want to see one. I don't want to kiss one. Would not, could not with a mouse.
It's funny you say mouse. Because,
all right, Sam, I am.
Because my answer is going to be a rat.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm thinking like gross street yucky rat. Not like pet rat that's cute.
Yeah. Not cute test rat.
Because if I got turned into a rat, everybody's going to try to kill me because I'm a rat.
Right.
And also rats are dirty.
Yeah.
And I don't want to put my lips on one. But otherwise, my answer would be like a fish something because I don't like the smell of fish. And fish is gross.
All right.
Can I talk about the schedule now?
Yeah, let's.
Yes.
Yeah,
let's talk about our
this is...
upcoming episodes, our schedule.
So we thought we'd tell you guys what to look forward to on this podcast now.
Yeah.
Yes. Hold on, let me find it, and then we can talk about it.
Yeah, we decided to do kind of a formula, as it were. Does it acronize into anything?
Let me see.
You didn't even think about acronyms.
I know.
Okay, Princess Marvel series miscellaneous new releases. PMSMN.
So no.
So PMS, PMSMN.
PMSman.
Yeah, Pip. Home of the PMSman. The Pimsman.
We'll come up with something better soon.
It's like the Kingsman, but a lot more disappointing. The Pimsman.
So, our episodes are now going to follow a formula. Listen, you two grown-ass men. All right, so this week, obviously, we did a princess movie.
Mm-hmm. We did.
We did. We do.
2
weeks from now, we're going to start on our Marvel movies.
Marvel.
Yes. Yes. And we're going to start with the very first Marvel Avenger person, Captain America.
The movie is called Captain America First Avenger, so.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
it's pretty straightforward.
We're going chronological order, not release order.
Yep. Correct. So we're starting with the first Marvel movie in 2 weeks, and that'll be Captain America, and we'll proceed from there. And then in our third rotation of movies, we will be in our series, which this next time will be Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, which I am in chapter 16 of right now.
Yeah.
And I've been texting Jessica my thoughts as it's been happening.
Yes.
The fourth rotation is miscellaneous children's movie, a.k.a. it could be
your Pixar's, your
DreamWorks', your DreamWorks', etc.
The other ones that we can't think of.
The other ones, exactly.
Mr. Bluth's.
Mr. Bluth's.
B movies, etc. And then our fifth rotation will be our new release spot / requests from you guys. And maybe, quite possibly, a random adult movie that we just feel like doing because we're sick of kid movies that week.
Yeah, that's another reason why we're going bi-weekly.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's hard when you've got limited free time to work up the desire to watch another goddamn kids film.
Seriously, we thought it would be so fun.
I'm sure that you guys will all understand that.
Yeah, we thought it would be so fun until we realized it's not.
And all we want to watch is The Witcher, and we can't because we have to watch.
I just want to toss a coin to my Witcher.
This is also a good time to address the decisions that were made with our Kindergarten Cop episode.
Yeah.
After 2 long hours of me editing 45 minutes of the episode, and there still being 2.5 hours left to edit, I have decided to put it to rest and release it for free to our patrons.
Yeah.
As a bonus episode to them.
It'll be a bonus episode. It will not be a reward.
It'll not be a reward. It's
not a reward by any means.
I may even throw it up there unedited, just so you can just hear
how much of a hot mess it is.
How hot mess it was. Because it was. All right. That was my announcement, Censure. That's all for me.
Yeah.
Thanks, Nikki.
You're welcome.
That's what we plan to do is, every time we record, it's going to be one of those things in that order.
Yep.
Princess movies, Marvel / superhero movies, or series, which is currently Harry Potter. Once we finish that, we'll go on to the next thing.
Which could be Star Wars.
Which could be, we've discussed Games. Star Wars, we've discussed Hunger Games, we've discussed Lord of the Rings. It could be...
We have options.
Yeah, we've got options. We'll probably cover them all at some point.
That's
if you guys have a suggestion.
Exactly.
If you
have a reference.
Yep.
If you have a good series idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then our miscellaneous. And then...
New release / maybe an adult movie.
We'll call that our...
Wild Card Week.
Wild Card Week. Oh, hey, how about that? PMSMW?
PMSMW. We will come up with an acronym. So come back in 2 weeks when we do Captain America, the first Avenger. We have a whole bunch of movies ready. At all?
Really?
Wow. Very excited.
It's like one of the few Marvel movies I have not seen yet. Yeah. Huh. I know.
So good. Chris Evans.
Chris Evans. I just want to bite into that ass like it's a...
That's America's ass.
That's America's ass. Oh, it sure is.
Shall we rate and go to bed?
Yes.
Yes.
I give this movie a couple dashes of Tabasco sauce in my gumbo.
Cute.
I give this movie 9 frog legs out of 10 swamp gumbos.
Nice. Now you gotta do a gumbo one.
I said it earlier, but I give this movie... I'm making this up right now.
I know you are.
Improv.
I give this movie very, very many beautiful costume changes, but most of the time she's a frog, and that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
We sound good from Jafar on the other side.
Oh, nice.
We sound good on the other side.
We probably do.
That's all I got.
Were our microphones plugged in this week?
Yeah, they were.
That's good.
That was another reason we decided not to do the Kindergarten Cop one, was because we fucked up the audio too.
Yeah, we
did.
It's
real bad.
We space jammed it.
It's real bad. Yeah.
Space Jam.
Space Jam.
Space Jam was such a funny episode. This is such a bummer.
So bummed. Yeah.
Oh, well.
One day we'll redo it. It won't be as funny, but it'll sound better.
From Jafar.
From Jafar.
All right. Good night.
Okay, good night.
Goodbye.
Bye.